You in there? Get the hell up! Damn kids. I flipped out of bed and ran to the door, completely unaware of where I was or what I was doing. A man was there, glaring at me. You got a report for work today. You know that? Yeah? I blinked at him. I'm James. I own this place and I run the program. That makes me your boss. You'll be working at the pub next door, the Crafty Crown. A couple of others from here already work there. Ashley, Brendan, I'll meet them when you start your shift most like. The pub's owner's name is Oscar. And he's a friend of mine, so don't you piss him off. Don't cause any trouble, you hear, you damn kid. You don't need reasons for people to never hire you lot again. Do that and the entire program will be shut down. Because of you. Not only will you be out of a job, but you'll be out of a job. Which means you'll be out of a job. And out of a room and food. Understand? Yeah, he'll be out of a job, is what he said. But I read the same thing twice, so I'd read it a third time. Yes, sir. He scratched his ass, and I tried to hide my distaste. Oh, come on, as if. Well, speaking of food. Yeah, breakfast is downstairs. Don't be late if you want to eat before your work. Get your schedule, and don't miss a day on the job. Don't bother me. So long. Sucker. He waved a short-fingered hand and headed off down the hallway. Such a short finger. Never trust a person with short fingers. I blinked, only noticing the smell he gave off when he was no longer around. Fresh air. For some reason, I felt like this hostel was less friendly work opportunities and more like exploiting the labor of young, naive, and stupid people like myself. You're learning! There you go. Some world experience for you. Did I just get the short end of the deal? Well, it wasn't like I could do anything about it now. I was stuck here for a semester. I had signed the papers. Sighing, I went back into my room and got ready for the day. Breakfast was supposed to be included in my living arrangements at the hostel, but it was clear that it wasn't going to be much. And if I didn't hurry, it might not be anything at all. I found my way downstairs to the kitchen, where the promised breakfast appeared to be nothing more than a bowl of apples, milk, and cereal. And some sad-looking toast. No, really, I actually had a frowny face drawn on it. The toast had been carefully cut into triangles and arranged on a wire rack, each piece separate from one another, to be sure they cooled as fast as possible. Cold toast, yuck. Well, maybe if I got up early enough in the future, I could snag it while it was still warm. No butter packs, just a tub of spreadable margarine. No grape jelly, only honey and orange marmalade. I miss New York already. Yeah, I think you might be right, Nairu. Since that guy doesn't have a full Sprite, it's probably not a romance option. Also, he seems really sketchy too, so hopefully he's not. Seeing as it didn't seem as I was going to have much time to relax, I pulled on my work shirt and apron and headed next door to the Crafty Crown. It was a goofy name, and I was a little afraid of what I would find inside. I gathered my guts and pushed open the polished oak door. At least we'll get a +1 to guts. The color scheme left a lot to be desired, but the light was warm, and the tables and booths gave it a friendly kind of atmosphere. A bar ran around the back wall, and there's a woman behind it, filling with some bottles and preparing drinks. Whoa. Is this gonna be our boss? Well. Yes, indeed. Yes, she does certainly have some huge eyes. Yeah, eyes. Not just any woman. A blonde whose low-cut top looked a whole lot better on her than my work uniform did on me. Well, that's for damn sure. She saw me standing in the doorway and beckoned me forward, a bright smile on her face. You must be the new blood. I'm Ashley. I'm Gary. Nice to meet you. I guess we'll be working together. So we will. You're from America, right? I've heard you're not 21 yet. Not old enough to serve drinks in your country. Don't worry. I'll show you the ropes. In any case, there's no way you'll be worse than... Who the hell is this? The front door closed and Ashley fell silent. Another man had just entered, wearing the same uniform that I was, though he wore it better. Apparently everyone wears their uniforms better. Yeah, exactly. It's just a casual observation. What? Who is this guy? What are you doing here? Caught off guard by both his gruff questions and his American accent, I stammered in reply. Gary. I'm new here. Nice to meet you. I guess we're comrades. Compatriots or something. You're trying way too hard, Gary. Way, way too hard. Just don't get in my way. I want to get in, do the work, and get out. I have no interest in this job or in being American buddies, so don't make my life more difficult than it already is. You won't like what happens if I do, or if you do. He turned the corner and headed back into the back room. So, that was Brendan. Don't mind him. He's not that bad a guy. Yeah, not that bad isn't very reassuring. She gazed after him with a worried look on her face, and I balked. Not that bad a guy? Really? She sighed. We just broke up, so... Oh! An opportunity has arisen. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, but that means she's single, right? Oh, Gary. Such a hound. Don't worry about it. It's over now. Anyways, let me show you how we're doing things here. She took me into the kitchen in the back, showing me the plates and the dish cleaner, and where we were supposed to put the orders that we took and so on. In no time, I was completely confused, not least because of all the different names for the foods. What's a gherkin? It's yay long and green. Oh, a pickle. But pickle's brown and comes in jars. Why do you call your french fries chips? Because they're chipped off a potato? Why do you call them French? What did the French ever do for chips? She smiled and shook her head, which made her hair and other things sway entertainingly. Oh, Gary, other things? We know what you mean. Don't try to be vague. I'm gonna have to hand you off to Brendan now. No one's around to serve up the usuals or next drink. Oh, great, so we're gonna be spending time with Brendan. Did Ashley cut off the logo part of the apron so she could show them off? It seems like she might have. Either that or maybe just the owner of this place is a perv who has a bit of a different dress code for the females. She skipped to the front of the bar and I hesitantly approached Brendan, who was bent over a food plate. What the hell do you want? You're supposed to teach me what to do next. Seriously? He glared at me. Then he glanced at the plate of food, a slab of meat with some type of sauce on it, and smiled. Right, how about you go and get a pint of beer from the front and meet me back here? What kind of beer? Just beer, go! I ran to the front and grabbed the first dark glass of beer I saw, stopped to wave at Ashley, she waved back really cutely, then headed back inside. Brendan was standing with a plate in his hands, a sly smile on his face. Take this out to the table in the far back. Guy's a buddy of mine, and give me that. He took the beer from my hands and began to drink. Whoa! What a scumbag. I don't think you're supposed to do that while you're working. Are you telling me how to do my job? No, of course not. Yeah, that's not good. And if, they get caught with a bottle missing, he's probably gonna blame it on us too. Good, now skedaddle. I took the plate out to the back table where a man with a thick mustache was waiting. Finally, it's been an age! Compliments of Brendan, he says hi. The man gave me a weird look, then took the food. I started to head back into the kitchen when... Ah! What the hell's going on? The music just really picked up too. Is someone going Super Saiyan? I jumped. The man at the table had screamed. Now he's glaring at me. Yeah, I think Brendan's out to screw us over. He definitely doesn't have our best interests in mind. What is this shit? What? I just delivered the food. What? What's wrong, sir? There are peppers in this sauce. I specifically requested no peppers. I said that I'm allergic to peppers. This is covered in tiny bits of pepper. Ashley turned pale. I'm so sorry, sir. I'll call 999 right away. Don't bother. It's not that kind of an allergy. Then what kind of allergy is it exactly? Oh, in other words, he isn't allergic at all. He just doesn't like pepper. Someone deliberately put extra pepper in this dish. Who did you say did this, Brendan? I'm going to call your manager. I'll make sure I get that kid fired if it's the last thing I do. Okay, this guy is super dramatic. What is even going on right now? Apparently someone got peppers that wasn't supposed to get peppers. Now someone's about to go absolutely apeshit. Did Nico Mars just order the food? Yes, indeed. He stared at me, then marched out of the room. The remaining customers stared at us in the ensuing silence. Then... What the hell did he just say? Brendan came out of the back of the kitchen. You told him I did that? Well, I thought you said... You little shit! You're dead! No, if I lose my job, you'll wish you were dead. I completely backfired on him. What an asshole. I'll make sure the time you spend here will be absolute hell. Do you hear me? This won't be the end of things. What is with everyone being so overdramatic? Brendan dashed out of the room, presumably to catch the man, or talk to our boss. Ashley laid her hand on my shoulder. Hey, are you okay? This is possibly the craziest first day ever. I felt weak on my feet, but tried to act as though nothing was wrong. Well, I mean, we should be fine. Everything seemed to blow back and hit that guy in the ass, so I'm alright with it. Of course I am. Tough first day, right? Ashley left quietly. I didn't join in. Anyways, let's just try and finish our shift. We can worry about everything else later. The rest of the shift went comparatively smoothly. Ashley helped me through the failures, and even though Brendan stayed gone for most of the day, we weren't too hard pressed for the customers. Oh, look who's back. After a few hours, Brendan came back. He said nothing, just went to the back kitchen and resumed his work. I guess that means he's not fired. I didn't really have the guts to ask him. Well, that's a shame. Finally, my shift was over, and headed back to the hostel, which wasn't much of an escape, knowing that Brendan lived there too. I sighed and slumped into one of the couches in the hostel's common living room. Yeah, all the melodrama's over for now. That really did seem to come out of nowhere. There was no way I was going to survive here. It is impossible. I might as well get on the next flight home. How was I supposed to deal with constantly seeing someone who practically threatened to kill me? I hung my head. Usually I'd go to the coffee shop or something and chill, but that seemed distinctly unappealing after my workday. Then I heard someone sit down on the couch next to me and looked up. Ooh, who is this? You are way overdressed for this place. A beautiful woman was sitting next to me, looking at me with a gentle smile. She was so close I could pick up the warm notes of her perfume. Her red dress clung to her curves like they were a lifeline. Hey there, everything alright? I instantly sat back and tried to look more like I was in control. Yeah, totally. Who might you be? It seems like all the girls so far have very, very generous figures. I was so shocked to see this. I'm Asi. I'm a boarder here, and you are, and I have no idea how the hell to say your name. Gary, I'm new here. I know. Her smile broadened. I would have noticed if I'd seen you here before. Yeah, where are you from? Right here in London. I'm staying here because I am. She shrugged lightly, but didn't actually seem too happy. It was probably a sore topic. I'm from America. Really? I couldn't tell. She punched me playfully, and I relaxed a little. Anyways, you look like you could use some fun. Are you a partier? Gary, this is where you say yes, no matter what. I didn't really know how to answer. I mean, I might be a partier, but after a day like today... Gary, I'm so disappointed in you. I'm actually still a bit jet-lagged and dead tired. Oh. She seemed disappointed. I couldn't help but feel like I had failed somehow in her eyes. Like I was no longer as attractive. Gary, you failed so miserably. What the hell were you thinking? My name's Gary and I come from Freedom Land. Yes, indeed. But I go partying every now and then, yeah? You know how things get in the Big Apple. Ever been? Her eyes lit up, and I knew I'd hit the right note. Oh, you're from New York? That's brilliant. I wish I'd be able to see a place like that, all glamorous and focused. You must be an ambitious person. I hear everyone there is on the move. Big money, big buildings, the city that never sleeps. Yeah, it's funny. Remember how he's like coming here from New York? And basically he's talking about how, oh yeah, New York, it's not all it's cracked up to be. But this London place, oh, it's going to be so awesome. It's going to be so much better. It's kind of like the example of things are always greener on the other side. The grass is always greener on the other side. And she feels like the opposite way. So it's pretty funny. Well, you know, work hard, play hard, right? I can't imagine this guy actually saying that, though, with the way he looks right now. I felt a little bad for lying, but it wasn't technically lying, right? She's making me feel like I was someone cool, someone important. I want to keep up that image for her as long as possible. And that was the point of coming to a new country, wasn't it? To reinvent myself and try on a new character. To see if I liked a different side of my life better than my own back home. Maybe it wasn't such a bad thing to shade the truth a little, after all. Well, you'll definitely have to come partying with me sometime. I'm sure you'll pull loads of girls. Why would I pull on women? It seemed like a stupid question, so I didn't ask. Yeah. You haven't really picked up on it, have you, yet? I'm going out for tonight, but I do hope I'll see you around sometime. She got up and stretched, and it was all I could do to control my wandering eyes. Have a good night, Gary. She wiggled her fingers at me and smiling left the room. Okay, maybe it wouldn't be as hard to stick around here as I thought. Oh, Gary. Well, I worked my first shift and I made it back, and I made my first enemy too. But regardless of what happened today, this was still my trip. It was up to me to make the most out of it, both good and bad. I could let people get to me like I usually did, or I could stand up on my own 2 feet and push through somehow. It was all up to me. What I wanted to do right now was... Oh. Well, this isn't the most exciting of choices. Cerise is like, I think I know who you're gonna go for right now, Patrick. Yeah. Right now, if I had to pick, I think I know my choice. This is the first choice, Michael, yes. Now we get a choice. Let's see, what do you guys think so far? Well, some people saw their computers acting up a little bit. I think it's still going for a little bit. We can call our friends back home. What do you guys think? Talk to them about how the thing's going. I guess I'll do that. I don't think it matters too much. Time difference between London and New York was about 5 hours, so it would be afternoon back home. Nene probably wouldn't be home, but Jinsu might be. I only had a very small phone card for international calls. I'd have to buy more minutes later when I got paid, but at least I could say hello. Well, do we have free Wi-Fi here? Couldn't we just use like Skype or something to call people? It took a minute to figure out how to dial a US number from here, but eventually it rang. Gary, is that you? Hey, how's England so far? Well, there's good and bad. Spotted any hot guys yet? I couldn't help laughing. Why does this guy have to be so forward about this? He's always asking us. So trying to push us into this. Yeah, I don't know about hot guys, but we've definitely seen some hot girls so far. Alright, I'll give this some time. I'll let people pick this one out, just in case someone wants to make a decision about which route we go on. But I am kind of tempted to go with a certain someone right now, as someone may have guessed. Number 1 all the way. Let's say 4. Why are we saying 4? God damn it, Michael. Just have to be different. Jinsu keeps trying to push us into the gay route. He's like, yes, you must see all the hot guys. I'm like, maybe not. Oh no. People are trying to push us into the one that says not yet. I guess it's better than one of these two, though. Let's see, I'll give a few more seconds for votes. Right now it's kind of split between 1 and 4. And I guess if I have to make the executive decision here, it'll probably be 1. 1 again. Oh, okay, Demon Shen voted already, but still, it's still split. Alright, I'm gonna go with 1, since I'm the tiebreaker, I guess. Well, how will you know unless you try? I don't think it works that way. It's like saying Yujinsu, why don't you try some girls out and see how it works? Then again, maybe they have. We don't really know too much about Jinsu. Well, keep your eyes open. You never know. We chatted briefly about what I'd seen in London so far, then he bid me a good night. I needed my rest. My semester is only just beginning. The walk back from the university was truly lovely. London was a big city, but just like New York City, there were green places here and there for everyone to enjoy. A full course load for British students would normally be 3 courses, or modules in a semester. Because of the special working arrangements of the program I was signed up for, I was only taking 2. That way I could be sure to have enough time to study and keep my grades up. If I fell behind, my student visa would be cancelled and I'd be sent home. In disgrace! Not every course was valid for credit back in the US, since some were too specific for the British legal system or financial structure, but most of the time, education was education. In any case, I had 1 course in technology and 1 in literature. Someday soon, I would need to get acquainted with the university library, but for now, I need to get on to work. Oh great, back to the workplace. Oh, well it's over already. After a hard day's work, finally it was dinner time. The hostel had a dining area where everybody could eat, next to the kitchen. People could order in or could gather together to eat a group meal. With that in mind, I crept into the kitchen, hoping to find something simple I could make. When I entered, I discovered Angelo, Peggy, and Ashley were sitting around the larger table, each taking something from a platter of vegetables and noodles. Okay, so she lives here too. I didn't know that at first. That's cool though. What the hell? Yeah. Another guy I hadn't met before was also here. That must be Mark. The one Danny said was cute. Well, alrighty then. This guy looks like he's trying to be like Fabio. I really hope you like it. I worked hard on it. It's free food. I'll definitely like it. You'd make a good wife, Ashley. Wow, that's rather forward. You think so? Ashley flushed as Angelo laughed heartily. You belong in the Stone Age, Angelo. What? It was a compliment. She's not mad about it. That's beside the point. Oh my god. Everyone's gonna be arguing with each other back and forth now. And that set them off, both shouting insults back and forth. Mark, sitting nearby, watched with wide eyes. I tried to figure out a way to casually approach and join the group, but I wasn't sure what to do. It'd probably look bad if I just walked up and asked to eat some food, especially since I didn't help to make it. Maybe better to come back later and take a peek into the fridge. Nah, let's just be bold. Come on, let's do this. I started out of the kitchen, but before I could make it out the door, I locked eyes with Ashley. Oh, Gary. Are you hungry? I made stir fry if you want some. I'm sure there's plenty for all of us. Really? Are you okay with that? Of course. Despite Ashley's assurances, I glanced at the others. Peggy and Angela were still at each other's throats, but Mark offered me a smile and gestured to sit next to him. I sat down nervously. Demon chatting in chat's getting possessive over Ashley. Yes, you have to keep Angela away for sure. Thank you. Looks really good. Ashley got a plate for me and spooned some food onto it, while Mark got me a glass of water. Just can't comprehend that your way of life is totally... Maybe you calm down a little, it wouldn't be so... don't mind them. They've been at it all day. I don't even know what they're going on about still. Really? Yeah, it's a bit rough, but I'm sure they both mean well. It's interesting to see people with such dynamic opinions. And you guys aren't going to stop them. I don't want to get involved. I don't like to fight with anyone. I glanced at Mark, who shrugged. Everything ends one way or another. I mean, these kinds of things are interesting to discuss, but as long as it's not directly affecting me, it doesn't have any meaning. What? What did that mean? There was an odd tension in the air. A few seconds later, I realized Peggy had stopped arguing with Angelo and was instead staring at Mark. How can you say that you don't care about anything that doesn't affect you personally? Does that mean if you saw someone in pain, you wouldn't do anything to help them because it wasn't you who was hurting? Oh, no, that's not what I meant. I just meant that if how someone else's behaving isn't causing direct harm, or if it's just a theoretical concept that isn't harming anyone in practice that I can see, I won't bother with it. Well, makes sense. I mean, basically if someone has a difference of opinion, who really cares? But theoretical concepts can harm people. I suppose. Well... Mark seemed to consider Peggy's point of view for a few moments, then shrugged. But I can't really be bothered. Peggy stood and grabbed her half-full plate. I just can't stand people like you. Wow. She marched off in a huff. Angelo chuckled as he watched her go. Thanks for having my back, man. Angelo held out his hand for a high five. Mark looked at it with interest. Your palm is quite nice, but I wasn't doing it for you. Wow, what is with this guy? Eh? It does seem pointless, don't you think? What? I mean, everybody dies. Life is short, so I don't think you should argue so much. It's a waste of time. What is with this guy? Holy shit. Just a regular Debbie Downer. Angelo grunted and went back to his food. Well, Mark, since you're new here, how do you like it? It is very nice. Everyone is very friendly. Aw, that's sweet. Don't you think, Angela? Angelo grunted again. He didn't seem particularly interested in the conversation at all. Well, anyways. What brought you here, Mark? Mark frowned. Ah, exploration. Oh, that's nice. Are you at uni? Or did your family send you here? I don't think it's that important enough to spend time talking about. This guy is such a dick. It's really quite remarkable. Can't believe this guy is still just so fucking bland about everything. I don't like people digging into my past, if you don't mind. I set my fork down, surprised. Did Mark want everyone to hate him, or was he seriously just accidentally pissing everyone off? Ashley, her cheeks gone from pale to... from nerves, anxiety, anger, nodded and picked up her plate. I'm gonna clean up now. It was real nice meeting with you. Oh yes, I agree. Thank you so much for your food and conversation. I hope we can do this again. Ashley shot him a puzzled glance. Angela stood and handed his plate to Ashley, then lumbered out of the room. Melissa's taken a very odd direction. With nobody else left, Mark turned to me. So, what brings you here? He seemed almost cheerful, as if completely unaware of what he'd just done. Did you notice what just happened there? What do you mean? What is with this guy? Is he really that unaware of what he's just done? This guy is very bizarre. What is going on in chat? I just read a response to Michael saying, well, Mike, normally people have hair. Yes, that is true. And P-Man's like, I hate hair. What are we discussing? Michael's like, she had cute glasses and hair. Yes, most people do have hair, Michael. It is a fact of life. Yeah, it seems like you insulted everyone, genius. What? I have not insulted anyone. Yeah, you made everyone angry and uncomfortable. That's why they all left. You were mean. Did you really not see it? But I am not insulting people. That is not what is happening. Yeah, of course, this guy cannot realize what he's done. He's completely dense. Mark frowned and shook his head. I'm leaving, yes? Okay, then he, like everyone else, took his plate and left. Well, that sure was a great dinner, wasn't it? Sighing, I finished my food alone. I'm not sure if that was a very good day. Probably not. Okay, and look who's here too. Of course he also lives here. I ran into Brendan in the hallway. Yeah, it really does seem like this whole thing is like a scheme to get employment for that one pub. It's a pretty dastardly scheme, I'd say. I waved to him trying to be friendly, but he only looked at me with disgust. So much for that then.